Testing 1, 2.
Can hear.
Alrighty, we can hear. It's working. It's working. Good evening and welcome to Game 2, Singapore League Pod 1 match. We have Mark. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you.
And we have Chris. Welcome back, Chris.
Greetings.
Always a pleasure to have you back on, especially after the last ranking I got from you. Was our last match the finals, right? The last time I played you?
Indeed it was.
It was. Well, it demonstrated you can fly ship off the board.
True. Very strong tactic. Greatly appreciated.
It's great to have you back. It's great to have you back. And tonight we have Ruben doing commentary. Ruben, welcome.
Hello.
And Raymond.
Everyone.
All right. I'm going to shut up now. But before I do, sorry, I'm going to wish our players a good game. Wish them the best of luck.
Thanks, Nobby.
Thank you.
And I'm just going to mute myself. You guys sort of do a little chat with the players before we get started.
All right. Is there any trash talk? Is there any guarantees about tractoring Vader onto a rock? What's going to happen in this game?
I'm going to try and fly both lists at once with my tractor beams. That's more or less the way that my list works. But how well that works depends a lot on Chris cooperating and keeping his ships in a nice position that I can get them tracted.
Quite likely. My objective in this game is to catch 3 or more Connor nets with the same ship at the same time.
Sounds like a plan. That sounds like it will be at the very least very entertaining for everyone on stream. All right. Okay. So why have you guys finished your setup?
No, we started talking, so I stopped doing stuff because I'm liable to deploy my ships back to front while the weird stuff.
That's fine. Okay. So how about you guys?
I'll jump in.
Just move over, and then we'll run through your list, and then we'll ping you when you can start.
All right. Put them in the room. All yours, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Nobby.
Yeah. Thanks, Nobby. Raymond, let's run through the list. So I guess I'll start with Mark's list because I have a fair bit of experience flying against it, particularly with Aces, and I did not like it. So he's flying a very janky list. He has Han, right? A very powerful Han, with trick shots, right? So that combines very nicely with his ability because it allows him to roll for 2 native plus 1 plus trick shot another one, so that allows him to roll 4 dice primary if it's obstructed by an obstacle. He combines that with Forlorn, Zuckus, and Greedo, with scum staples really. He also has Rick Cargo Shoot because he wants to increase the odds of someone running over a debris field and getting stressed because he has the Lando Millennium Falcon title. So if he performs a primary attack against a stress ship, he rolls an additional attack die. So he could potentially roll 6 dice if it's range 1, stressed, and through an obstacle. And that's what he's going to try to do. It's very situational, but it's hilarious when it occurs. With Han, he has 4 Jakku Gunrunners, which is a ship I would assume most people are not familiar with. So the Jakku Gunrunner has a action where they can actually just tractor you as an action. It's terrible. It's the epitome of scum. Basically you can't do anything. And if the Jakku Gunrunner gets you in bullseye, they give you 2 tractor tokens, so it doesn't even matter if you're a medium based ship. So the objective really is to tractor Aces like Darth Vader. To top it all off, he has corner nets, which basically ionize and do damage to you. Give you 3 ion tokens and 1 damage. Is that right? I can't remember. Yeah. So he's gonna ion you. He's gonna tractor you. He's gonna get you stressed. And just try to blow you up. So Raymond, why don't you go through Chris Dunn's list?
Sure. Okay. So we have here Chris is a very new, very meta currently right now. Imperial Ace list, as you know. recently there's been changes to the points to the Imperials.
Yep,
So
yep.
you don't see the regular TIE Phantoms, Darth Vader, and Inquisitor anymore. So we have these new emerging lists, and Chris's list is an example of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he has with it his staple, his core, of course, one and only Darth Vader, with his staple upgrades, the fire control system and afterburners.
Mm-hmm.
So fire control system works, of course, beautifully with the advanced targeting computer of Darth Vader, wherein when you perform an attack against a defender you have locked, you may roll an additional dice and change one hit to a crit.
Yep.
And then we have the two Inquisitors from the Star Wars Rebel show. So if you guys watch that,
Amazing
that
show. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best. Fifth brother and seventh sister.
Mm-hmm.
They both have two force,
Yep.
and they're kind of like polar opposites of each other in terms of what they do. So fifth brother spent two of his force to add a crit result.
Mm-hmm.
On the other end, seventh sister can spend two force to cancel one evade. Oh yeah, very good situational. It's like you can either go for one or the other depending on the situation.
Yep. Yep.
And then fifth brother's carrying with him is fire control system and homing missile.
Who?
And
Fifth brother. Yep. Yep.
And then something's going on here. Right?
It's fine. It's fine. Just continue for now. I think Nobby is
Okay.
sorting it out.
Okay, so the homing missile works great with the fifth brother because as long it's a guaranteed hit and it combos well with its ability to add an extra crit. So always a guaranteed 2 hits most of the time. Unless you're really, really lucky and you get like 4 evades or something against a homing missile, it's usually a hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and seventh sister so comboing with her ability is an ion missile. Because with an ion missile, you need just 2 to normally ion a small base ship, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
with using the force ability, you're almost guaranteeing at least 1 with the target lock. So probably add another. So there you go. You're probably going to be ionizing any small base ship there is.
Yeah.
And to round out list is a TIE bomber. Yes. And he's got one of the newest bombs from the latest expansion, which is concussion bombs.
Yep.
So this is the one that deals damage through shields and gets you a strain unless you choose to flip up that damage card. Pretty potent list from Chris here.
Yeah, indeed. Who do you think is favored in the matchup? Just going off the list.
Well, the key thing here is positioning, definitely, since 90% of Chris's lists are very maneuverable and they can get around these gun runners really quickly. But there's also the story of the tractor array, right? So
Yeah.
since those gun runners will move first, they have a chance to move those Inquisitors into bad positions and even Vader himself. And so that's the key of the game. Whoever gets the tractor will probably control the engagement.
Yeah. So I've played against Mark's list. It's really nasty if you're playing Aces. Because as long as you get within range 3 of those gunboats, tugboats rather, he will tractor you in the next turn. Like there's nothing you can do because he moves before you. He's going to inflict the tractor tokens, and then he's going to mess up your maneuvers because you don't know which way he's going to tractor you before you move. So he could easily place you on rock. He can prevent you from getting shots off by moving you in a position that you did not expect. So it's not fun. That being said, other than the tractor mechanic, it doesn't hurt very much. So like Han really is the one that is expected to put in damage. So if Chris is able to take that Han off the board early, that's going to give him a massive advantage because the tugboats aren't going to do a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Although it's not. I wouldn't dismiss them quite yet since they have Connor nets as well. So yeah, they'll be able to, since these are only Thai Inquisitors that only have four total health. Wouldn't be too hard to take that one off if
Oh,
they
that's
get lucky.
true. That's true. Yeah, if they get ionized, with concussion bombs and follow up shots from either Inquisitor, I think it's going to be a problem.
Yep.
Uh,
And one
timer
thing I'd like to point out
so-
here is that the one thing that Chris has is that his attacks are, at least for 3/4 of his list, is meant to be shot farther. You know, the
Mm.
fifth brother, seventh sister. So I think he would be able to want to keep his distance and do significant damage to whoever he's targeting.
Right.
Sorry, just quickly. You've still got the bomber up on screen.
Ah.
If you could clear that.
My bad.
We just getting a little delay with the start, just because we had problems with Mark not being able to see the ships correctly, so we had to respawn them. But anyway, we've gone to the bottom of it. They're about to get ready now.
How do you restart the timer on TTS?
Just hit stop and then start. There's a little 3 arrows drop down.
Hmm.
You've got at 75 minutes just for clarification.
No,
Should we get them to go?
in the game, because
Oh, okay. Let's have a look. In TTS,
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
need
I think you can right click. Try right click.
Timer 75. Nope,
Yeah.
that's seconds. Oh man, okay.
So you have to, let's see how many seconds are there in 75 minutes.
4,500.
1,500, correct. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Yep. I think they've just set their downs and they can start whenever.
Need to send the ping.
Yep, they've just started.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I like Chris's positioning here on the starting engagement. So he's definitely
yeah.
gonna make those gun runners work for it.
The gun runners aren't very fast. So I think their fastest move is a 3 straight actually. So they can't even go 4. However, they are the only ship that, oh no, sorry, not the only ship. One of the few ships that can actually go backwards. So it has a 1 bank where you can go back, as well as a 2 straight where you can go back. So that's really annoying because you really have no idea where they will end up.
Yeah, so for those who aren't aware, this ship is more commonly recognized as the quad jumper from The Force Awakens.
Yes.
So I don't know why suddenly ship's supposed to be better than an old Millennium Falcon. so, something got lost in translation somewhere there.
Yeah.
And it looks like Chris is going fast in starting route.
Yeah, I think he wants to try to catch Han and start putting damage in quickly before the tugboats get in to range to tractor him and do all the shenanigans.
Kudos to Mark here for knowing that Chris would likely go fast because the positioning of his ships are perfect for just the next engagement when take up those tractor positions.
Oh, a small error I think with the list. He's supposed to have fifth brother or passive sensors on fifth brother as opposed to FCS.
Okay.
Interesting. So
I guess we can still adjust that since it's just starting.
yeah, shouldn't be a big deal to change. So, Nobby, are we changing it to?
What's that? No. I've just correct. He's correctly. He's got the list correctly, but he actually made a mistake. He was meant to have passive sensors instead of fire control system, but he submitted that for the Singapore League already.
Right.
So the list he submitted is incorrect. So he is flying the correct list. He's just made a mistake when he submitted it.
So
They're
will
continuing.
Yeah, continuing. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just so he's talked about, like, if you realise why he's got fire control system on there with homing missiles, it's not meant to be fire control, it's meant to be passive.
Right. Yeah. Because if you are going to probably spend. Do you spend the target lock actually?
No, for homing, no, not necessarily.
Yeah.
You don't really need it.
Yeah. So it doesn't really need FCS. He just wants the passive sensors to be able to target lock higher initiative ships.
That's what passive sensors were for. Yeah.
Mm.
Small mix up, but it's okay. He's
Yeah.
a champ. He'll take it. He'll play on.
Yeah. It's not a massive issue. It does put him at a slight disadvantage because he does not have the ability to just take passive sensors as his action.
I'll make it work.
Okay. So
I have faith. I have faith.
it's round 2 now. So it looks like the tugboats are all coming down this channel between the gas cloud and the asteroid, right in the middle of the field.
I think that Brown does have a clear path forward.
Yeah.
He's not gonna hit that rock.
Yeah, probably 3 straight will be fine. I mean, even if he gets straight, it's not a big deal. They are disposable. They are meant to die. It's not a massive issue. It's likely that Han will turn left, I guess, and try to get behind that gas cloud before he gets shot at by 2 very angry Inquisitors and Vader. So
I think that the one bank will still probably fit for Han, and he'll
Yeah.
probably get a shot off one of
yeah.
them.
I think 1 bank is very reasonable. Interesting. He is moving back
Huh.
with right. I think he just wants to draw all the ships in. Okay, I think I know what he's doing. So the asteroids are all on the top side of the board. Like from our perspective, the top half of the board. So he wants Chris to fly closer to those asteroids in order for him to get tractors off.
Although this does leave Han a bit naked.
Yeah, exactly. So if he decides to go really fast with, which he isn't going super fast with his ships.
See, now this is where I think one of the scenarios where passive sensors might have
Yeah,
made the decision
exactly.
pretty easier, but I would take it. I would try. I think that's range 3.
I think that's range 3 too. I think it's just
You risk it. You risk it.
Yeah, I think you try for the target lock here. Come on. So that's 5th brother that just moved 3 forward. I think he's thinking about what to do.
You
Wondering
risk
whether he should. Yeah, I think you risk it here. Like,
Oh,
I
he
mean,
doesn't.
okay. I think
they
he's
don't
afraid
have
of a
a
return
link
shot.
to.
He should have taken, because now Han wouldn't even get to shoot. Han wouldn't shoot back.
He probably could. I mean, the angle's still a bit.
Now I think it's our range 3.
Hmm.
Oh, he's
So,
dropping the debris. He's dropping he's using his rig cargo chute. Oh wow.
That's like the only time I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah. He's covering his backside. So they can't really chase him quite easily. Yeah, and another reason why I think you take the target lock there is because Han is shooting native 2 dice. And it's not going to be obstructed. So he's not going to have his ability. He's not going to have trick shot. So it's 2 dice versus 4, and you have the force. So there's just no reason why you don't take the target lock right there. when you have the opportunity to.
Okay, so we'll find out if we were right and someone
Yeah.
else.
No shot.
Okay, so
He's safe.
I
So he
want to
was a bit.
see. This is the question. See, this is the arc that everyone wants to see. Oh wait, oh man, it didn't stay long enough. I didn't
Which
see
arc?
it.
Sorry.
It's a Fifth Brothers arc.
I
Didn't stay on
believe
screen
it
long enough.
was. I believe it was. Yeah, yeah. I believe it was in range 3.
So it's not too bad. I think there's still a small channel there for coming in, but I love how Mark has created like this cave or shell, like a defense line here in the back.
Mm,
He's forcing to come to him.
yeah. So now they either have to go through that channel again with the gas cloud and the asteroid right in the middle of the field, or go around the now the debris at the bottom. Um, so neither are great options because you go around the debris, you're taking really long to engage. If you go through the middle between that long gas cloud and the asteroid, you run the risk of being tracked onto that asteroid right in the middle. So yeah, the what Mark is doing is pretty good because he's funneling them into channels where his tugboats are going to get tractors off.
I think Chris is still in a pretty good position right now. I mean, most of his ships could take like minimal one banks, and finally Fifth Brother takes that target lock this time.
That's
And
true. That's true. Yep.
and they could possibly still get ships, ping whoever's the lead Jakku gun runner, and then maybe take one out if they get lucky.
Mm,
If all four guns are on a single gun runner.
yeah. So if Mark's conservative with Han, right, and continues flying him away, and the tugboats present themselves, do you burn your homing missiles and ion missiles on the tugboats? Like, what would you do if you're Chris?
Definitely take as many points as you can while the opportunity shows itself, because
Mm,
even if if Han was left alone with all these four ships,
yeah.
they would definitely win even without those missiles,
Mm-hmm.
because let's remember Han is only a one defense ship, so you don't need the homing missile to trigger that ability all the time, right?
Oh, that's true. Yes, you're right. You're right. Han is only rolling one defense dice. Yep, you're right. So
Okay,
I guess blow
yeah.
up whatever comes in front of you. Okay, so he's moving forward. He's clearing stress.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
So at this position-
You know what I think he's gonna do? He's just gonna keep moving forward and backwards, and he's gonna wait for Chris to come to him in that corner because Chris has to come to him.
Yes, I see. That's okay. But I think the only concern of that is while you have Chris distracted, Han should still be doing damage.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Uh,
right now, Han is. I don't think that's a very good position for Han to be. And so he's definitely either disengaging this turn
I think
or bumping something. The only
mm,
thing I see.
you're right. Well, we'll see. Although Chris is still being quite tentative, so I wish he would fly a bit faster to try and get more pot shots off on Han. Oh, he just checked for the target lock, and I think it was barely out.
So the tugboats have so they only drop out of the back, right?
Sorry?
They only launch bombs from the back. They drop bombs from the back.
For the bombers?
The tugboat.
Yes. Yeah. So the
Okay, I'm
mines,
just
the colonets, they will only drop it out from the back. They don't launch it forward. So they could just as easily clog up those channels as the ships are committing through them. This would impact Vader especially because Vader is not very maneuverable. Yes, he finally gets the target lock off.
He got it on hand though.
Yeah.
You know Han's not gonna stay, so wait.
Oh, I guess Han's staying. So
That's a good move. I was wrong.
yeah. This is why it would be nicer if he flew a bit faster with everyone, but I guess not. That's not happening. It's fine. So fifth brother is still safe from Han. Vader is probably safe as well.
You want Vader to be shooting right now because Han's defense
Exactly. Yeah.
totally defensive, but in a prime
Which is
shooting,
why I don't know why he's being conservative with that one bank. It's Scum Han. Scum Han only rolls 2 dice. You don't need to be that afraid.
okay, he's trying to get an angle, I think, rolling left and forward.
Yep. He wants to run through that gas cloud and the debris. Okay. So he tried to target lock, no valid target. So looks like there might only be 1 or 2 shots this turn. Maybe Han on Seven Sister and fifth. Oh nope, Seven Sister is out of range. So fifth brother is the only one that can shoot.
Of course.
So I think
what he's got.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think you spend homing missiles here. I think you just go primary. And the reason for that is because Han still has shields. Oh, Han has lost 1 shield for some reason. When did that happen? Anyone in chat knows?
What happened? Well, it definitely looked like he flipped the homing missile charge and he spent 2 force.
Oh. Okay. So then he should lose 2 shields, right?
Yes. Okay, are they clarifying something?
Judge.
Okay, calling in the judge.
Hold on, I'll go in and have a chat and find out.
Let's see, do we have any interactions here that might mess up with fifth brother?
I don't think so. Maybe Greedo?
Not
But
really.
it doesn't matter, it's on shields. And yeah, so this, because he is SES and the Force, he could just as easily roll a primary. So Novi, what was the question?
It was just about the fifth brother charge, and just as I was leaving, he's like a bit of a waste to shoot it or use it on shields.
Exactly. I was just saying the same thing.
Yeah, he was basically just making sure he could do it to get through the shield, and yes, they both agreed it can.
All right. Yeah. So I think it's really a waste to, because you could do 1, maybe 2 damage.
Fair enough. But
you are going to get 2 hits between FCS and the Force. You should be getting 2 hits, and then it's just a question of how many evades Han rolls natively or naturally, rather.
But at this point, you want to guarantee that damage, and it definitely makes a bold opening statement for your first attack.
I guess. Hit crit. Blacks. Oh no! Wow, that's a randomly half points. Oh man, that's so painful.
How are the odds on this? Anyone in the chat?
What are the odds on this? Yeah, can anyone calculate the odds? Wow, that's so rough.
But yeah, I still think it was a good decision to shoot you on Han, because at least he's down to 1 shield, and next turn you fire that again. You'll definitely get the crit through now. What happened here? So he has enough. Okay, looks like he has enough.
Yep. That's enough.
8% chance.
8% chance. Thank you, Nobby.
Approximately a 1 in 12. Approximately 1 in 12.
Wow.
2 dice with a focus against 4 with no mods.
Wow.
To get
8%. Okay.
just because you asked.
Yeah, thanks.
You know.
Much appreciated. Fifth brother in white. Yes. Thank you, Sul. That's my bet.
I think it's
Alright.
because they had to switch ships because one of the ships wouldn't come up. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll
All
swap
good.
it. I'll swap it.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay, so end of the round, we're back to planning, I think.
Yeah.
So once again, I don't see a clear avenue for Han to engage here.
Hmm. I don't know. Depends what the gun runners are gonna do. I keep calling them all sorts of things: gun runners, tugboats, quadri jets. I have no idea. I haven't settled on something to call them.
Uh, gun. Yeah, everyone just calls them tugboats as well.
Mm.
But yeah, so I don't know. Han could potentially just go forward, but once
I
again, not
I
maximum.
think he's just gonna do a one forward. And the reason for that is because the tugboats are going to move forward. I don't think they're going to move back again. There's no real reason to move back. I mean, unless you really want to draw them into the corner, but then that limits options for Han in terms of movement. And you don't want Vader screaming 5 straight down on Han's ass. Like, that's not a good place for.
So
Yeah.
So right now, do you see any potential tractor movements right now?
No, and it's only because the tugboats can do a 3 forward. That's as fast. Okay, they can do 3 forward and 3 straight and 3 bank. That's about it. So they can't, because they're just right on the edge of range 3. So I don't think they can get within range 1 with a 3 straight or 3 bank. Because if Brown tries to do a 3 bank, it goes through the gas cloud. A 3 straight is not fast enough. Same problem with green. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry about getting tracted this turn.
So knowing that your tugboats won't be able to tractor this turn, I think that actually gives me a cause for Mark to want to reverse them.
The logic sounds like I think you might be right. Yeah. Or do you do one bank with all of them with at least yellow, green, and brown to try and catch Vader? Because Vader is definitely going straight down through that debris and gas cloud.
Yeah, but those two won't be able to do much damage on gunrunners, on Vader, unless they get really lucky again, of course. But,
If you
so
tractor him and you have range 1 shots, it's not the worst. It's not too bad, actually.
because if they do try to risk and get Vader, and let's say even if they succeed,
Hmm.
then you risk Vader running away the next turn, and these gunrunners will be basically out of this fight.
Yeah. Okay. He's moving forward with red. He wants to catch Seven Sister. He's moving 3. Okay. I think he's gonna focus with green. Yellow 2. Okay, interesting.
It's just blanketing them out, just creating like
Yeah. A net,
lot of
right?
options.
And one back. Oh, interesting. Why did he do that one back? He wants to catch Seven Sister, I think.
Or the bomb.
The bomber? Can he kill the bomber in one turn? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because
That
if he
thing
doesn't
is
kill
like-
the bomber,
Oh,
oh, actually the concussion bombs is not going to matter because he can just reverse. Oh
he
wow,
can-
Seven Sister is being very evasive.
so he can throw the concussion bombs in front and then. No, it's probably gonna reach even if they reverse. If he throws the concussion bombs to the front.
He can't because bombs go out the back, right? Unless you have trajectory simulator.
Sorry, what's the ability here again? To drop a.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah.
You can
forgot.
use a
It's
bank instead. Yeah. So
Okay.
if they just reverse, there's nothing the bomber can do.
Okay, so Seven Sister going around here. I think I like this move. He's going to cut off Han instead. He's ignoring all the gun runners now and just going for it.
Hmm.
Okay. Moved a bit. I think he was already in a good position there to hard turn one next turn. Or is he giving space to Vader? Probably.
Yep, he's probably giving space to Vader. Very conservative with fifth brother. I think he just wants to regen force before coming in again.
Okay, so Han did do a one forward.
Mm-hmm.
Get Seven Sister. Range 3, which he likes, I think. I mean, sorry, Seven Sister likes.
Yep. Or I think he has a range 3 shot on the bomber. Yeah, I
Okay,
think he might
so-
just focus fire on the bomber.
So Vader here. I think Vader can do a barrel roll and get Han, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's a bit tight.
What? Do the barrel roll first. Oh no, he wants to take out the
Yeah,
jack. Okay.
but 2 shots
not-
on that tugboat is not gonna do it. I think.
He could,
Very optimistic.
he could get lucky if there's crits involved, of course, but yeah, not it's hard to say.
Mm.
Which one from this? 3 versus 3? It's possible. It's probably higher than 8%.
That is true. Okay. What is he thinking about? I think he's thinking about his next action. Yeah, he's thinking whether to barrel. Interesting.
Do a target lock again because I think you would have had Han there. If only he did the order the other way. It might have been. He could have checked for Han.
Mm-hmm.
See.
I think he did that barrel to avoid getting tracked next turn because I'm not sure whether the 2 heart gets green in range 1 of Vader. Yeah, I don't think so. Might not. Actually it will. It will. I think it will. Yeah, a 2 heart will get. He will be able to track the Vader next turn if green survives, assuming green survives.
Sir? Oh yeah, you're right. It's a 2.
2 heart. Yeah. The tugboats don't have a 3 heart. Oh, he's taking a range 3 obstructed shot. Right, because he wants obstructed shots. On Seven Sister. Ooh,
Pretty
that's
good.
3. Why does
Stressed.
he have no action?
He
What action did he take?
took a focus. He has a focus there.
There's a focus? Right, he's spending a focus. Nice. That's 4. That's 4 on Seven Sister. Oh, that's 3 hits. Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, that's so brutal. Wow.
That's
Wow.
down to 1. These Inquisitors are not evading very well.
Wow.
Okay, let's see the percentage of that one. It's probably a bit higher than the last one, of course.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's higher.
Like 12% joke.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit higher.
Oh, and it's a crit. There's a crit there, right?
No. Oh, there is a crit. Ooh,
Is
it's a
there a
crit.
crit? No.
It's 3 hits
Three
in 1
hits and 1 eye, so no crit.
eye.
He hasn't done the damage. Han Solo takes a stress. Oh, he's gonna force a reroll. Okay, right. So he wanted the suckers. Oh, that's why there was discussions. Right. Oof. Very lucky. Very lucky. Fuel leak. Yeah. So he took a stress to Zucker's that evade that focus result. He was hoping he would reroll into a blank. Yeah. So
Yeah, I think that was a good call. You could have taken him off the board.
wait, I'm
Yeah.
not sure why he drew the crit because the chat says 3 hits and 1 eye, right?
No, because Greedo. Yeah,
Greedo.
Greedo.
Ah, Greedo. Right. Ooh, real nasty.
Okay, so this is Vader shooting into the Gunrunner. He got 1 hit, 1 eye. Rerolled the blank, was still a blank, so just 2
Yep.
hits.
Yo. Wow.
Ouch.
Okay.
That's.
Mm.
One fell out. One fell out. Reroll that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Just one. Dice evens out. Yeah.
Hmm.
Fine.
Okay, nah.
I think there are 2, maybe 3 more shots on that bomber. Okay, so green is shooting now.
There's a chance they can take him out.
Not with that kind of roll. Hit crit. Blanks again. Wow, his green dice are terrible. So bad. Wow, and he's ionized. Oh my goodness. He's ionized. Able power regulator.
Okay, second Gunrunner, range 2. Oh, another 2.
Spend focus, hit crit.
Spend it.
Does he have a focus? Yep. Takes 1 more crit. Oh. Fuel leak.
Really,
Wow. Okay.
not the worst, but wait. So the disabled power regulator will trigger next turn, so at least
Yes,
you won't be ionized this turn.
Yeah.
Then one more. Okay, so it looks
he has
like
to
there's
pray
a
that there are no
chance
crits.
high chance he'll survive this turn.
Yeah. It should be. Should survive. Okay.
Shut up.
Okay. You should not say anything, Raymond.
Yes.
Oh wow. I think we're just jinxing him.
Who said he should survive this turn?
Raymond jinxing him. Okay. Just one.
Roll one more. Okay.
Just needs one evade.
No!
No! Oh.
Chris, if you hear this, it's Raymond's
It's
fault.
Raymond's fault.
Oh,
Oh. Wow. Wow. Shall we continue? Oh, yeah. I think Chris is quite tilted, and rightly so.
it's negative 7.8 green dice luck at the moment.
Yeah. Oof.
These gods are fickle.
Oof.
Time to throw some salt over your shoulder.
Oh.
So the game's not over yet. So if you were Chris,
It isn't. It isn't.
what do you try to do now?
Hmm. it's a good question. The biggest problem with his position right now isn't the fact that he lost the bomber or that his fifth brother and seventh sister is on half points. The biggest problem is that he has no options to focus fire shots. He has 3 ships left. He cannot focus fire any single target. And that's what this list really needs to do. It needs to blow ships up quick.
Does this red gun runner have a way to get in front of Seven Sister before she moves?
Yes, because he can do a 1 bank reverse. Or a 2 straight reverse. So it is going to be in front of Seven Sister.
But I think the 1 bank reverse won't be able. It's not close enough for a tracker though.
So 1 bank reverse is a raid maneuver. So it's not going to be able to tractor. Because the tractor is an action. So it gets stressed, it can't do any actions. But it will get shots off on Seven Sister. Unmodified shots, but shots nonetheless. I mean, I guess who needs mods, right? When your opponent is rolling that bad. But yeah, dice aside, I think Chris was just a bit too hesitant, with a bit too tentative with his approach, and I think he would have been better served if all his ships were just flying straight in and shooting something. It's just one of those games. Like, Seven Sister has not taken a shot the entire game. Fifth Brother has taken 1 shot. Vader has taken 1 shot. So that's not a great
They've in total the entire list has only done 2 damage.
If you,
And he's
okay.
received how many in return? 3, 6, 3, 5, 11 in return.
Okay, I'm gonna try
They're
spawning
supposed to be
in.
the evasive.
Okay, give me a moment. I need to try.
Yeah, so when the players ask for that, and I can't while controlling the cameras. Should be able to grab one of the bomb tokens and cycle through it till you find the corridor net. I hope so.
Looks like Mark's dropping some Connor nets.
Oh, he asked for it. He said he was having trouble spawning it before.
Mm.
Oh,
I'm just trying to figure it out as well.
You should be able to cycle through it. Let me jump into with the other guys.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I can do it. So just need to spawn the template and then yeah, I think Mark's not too familiar with TTS and dropping bombs. Like, neither am I actually. This is my first time playing around with bombs. So
Yeah, I think Brown. They want to drop it on for Brown and just Brown.
Yep.
Well, Nobby's gone in and helping them right now, so they should have that fixed. There we go. The templates, the bomb templates out there.
We got it sorted, by the way.
Which ones are dropping
Brown? Because Connor nets have the advantage of just staying there. So Vader's gonna have a real tough time navigating that gap.
I'm a little bit worried. I just wanted to mention this because I know you mentioned I think green could do a hard 2 and then tractor, and then we could see Vader getting behind the debris cloud. So we could potentially see him tracked it, stressed, and then hit the cross.
I think that we need to allow Chris to flip the table. If that happens, I think we need to allow Chris to flip the table.
It's not over yet. You know,
Ooh.
there
He did
could happen.
sloop with red. With the red tugboat. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's safe. You know, it doesn't matter if you get stressed.
Train there. Okay.
Okay.
Half of the
Focus.
gunners are going
Yeah,
after
he's really shepherding Seven Sister there.
in
into-
case Seven Sister decides to run away.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, so here's the question: do they have?
Yeah, it's range one. It's range one, and it's range. Is it range one? Sorry, what? Range one in bullseye. So Vader gets 2 tractor tokens. Not that it matters, but
So where would you lead them? Forward or to the left?
to the left, for sure to the left, because you want you
I mean,
Yep.
you won't get his actions even if he goes straight anyway. So
actually if you move him right, he's likely to bump. Okay, never mind. He's moving him left. Oh
Can't perform actions if he's stressed.
yeah. Oh, why did
wait,
Fifth Brother barrel just undo?
He-
Fifth Brother.
I think he barreled the wrong ship, or the token was attached to the wrong ship. Have to undo on Fifth Brother. There we go.
I just realized too, he can have the option to rotate for 90 degrees, take the stress.
That
That's
is true. That is true. But there's no good option to rotate. Any option, if you rotate right, you're disengaging. You rotate left, you're going out the map. It's just
But you're keeping
Well,
Vader safe.
Chris is a good player, so he might have seen this tractor coming.
Yeah.
So he might have a one bank dialed in.
Oh, it'd be brilliant if he did have a 1 bank dialed in. 1 bank does clear the stress as well.
Yep.
So he could potentially delete green, although green is undamaged. So that's a bit of a problem.
It's interesting. It seems like of the 3 gun loaders are kind of off right now.
Yeah,
Actually
they're
gives
just trying to
to
shepherd
Han.
Seven Sister into the loving arms of Han. So yeah. Oh, Seven Sisters gonna try ionize Han. Fifth Brother bumps. That's not great. See the problem. Problem now is that Han will have to rotate. Yeah, Han has to turn.
Yeah.
So and he's only rolling 2 dice. So he has no defensive mod. He's only rolling 2 dice. It's not bad actually for. Yep, he did a 5 straight. Yeah, he had to rotate there. Otherwise, he'll get stressed. He will go through the corner net, and problem now is he's disengaging, and he's stressed for next turn. So Vader is going to have a tough time turning in.
It's not the worst. You know, I think this actually helped him because he's more agency to. He's less worried about Vader now, and focusing on damaging Han at least. I mean, Han is still your target here to defeat. You defeat Han, you recover the loss you had, right?
Let's see. Han is worth 64 points.
Just 64 points?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Not that expensive. And Mark already has 78. Okay, that's hit crit from Han. Okay, he needs to spend 1 force. So no Seven Sister combo here. No, he needs to spend 1 force.
I just want to make note. I think this is Chris's first time rolling green dice, and he's got more than a single paint. Congratulations, Chris.
Woo, congrats. Must ask him how it feels. He is going to zuck us. He's gonna zuck us or evade. Oh no. Oh no. The crit is going through. Oh,
I spoke too soon.
Oh, Nobby.
No.
And
So
that's
ultimately,
a dead
even
seven
though I
sister.
said something,
That's
it's
a
Nobby
dead seven
who
sister.
put the nail on the coffin there.
Oh man. Oh, so rough. What's the additional crit? What?
Surely.
Wounded pilot. Wow. That's really sad.
Mm. Okay, so
Okay,
brother.
down to
Nothing.
two ships. Can the tugboat finish off fifth brother?
Well, he did so a while ago, so anything's possible now.
Yeah. Fifth brother does have 2 force. What's going on?
I think he didn't like his dice, so he's getting new ones.
Okay, just one hit.
One.
Just one.
Come on, you can do this.
Yeah. So next turn he can tractor either Vader or or fifth brother.
I think fifth brother, man. My money's on
Yeah.
fifth brother. He's going to track to fifth brother.
And he's going to try and put him close to or on the debris. Oh man.
But there's a thing. So you know that he's gonna go after fifth brother. So if I was Chris, and I would be estimating already, I'd be here to start with. Then I'd move around the corner net.
I think the Inquisitors have that one heart, which is blue.
Blue. You're right.
So it's not the worst. He could turn and shoot, but if he lands on the debris, right on the debris, he's going to get stressed no matter what. So he might just want to move straight through, to be honest. He might just want to do like a tree straight.
Yeah,
Just
and
get
then
out. Just get out. Yeah. Even if he gets tractor, just get out. And he
I think they
will
also
go around
have a long blue forward as well, so they could try to get as much distance as he can.
Question.
Yes.
A question for you. If he gets tracted forwards,
Mhm.
will he land on the debris field?
It's very likely, yes.
You think he will?
Yeah.
I thought, to me, it looks like he might just be.
I think the
Next
top right hand corner of the ship base will clip the debris at least.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it will. It's
I was going to say he could
at least
rotate. He could have the option to rotate and then do like a hard turn or something like.
Unlikely.
But it's like 1/4 of the base in, I think, when he gets tractored.
Yeah, top down looks a little bit closer.
So
I think not. I think not. I think it might be okay.
One forward. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. I don't know whether you take the risk though.
If he could basically then take the stress, rotate, and then do like a straight 3 or
Right.
Start going in behind him.
So the question is, can Vader start deleting ships? Can he delete ships?
No, not when Vader is stressed. Vader has a 1 bank blue, 2 straight 2 bank blue, as well as a 3 straight blue. So Vader does not like getting stressed. Okay. He
wants a big boy.
He wants the big boy indeed.
So
wow. Which way do you move him? I suppose
onto the gas clap.
Would have been cool if we get a poll for this, because I'm pretty sure everyone was thinking that he would go for fifth brother.
He did not move Vader actually. I don't know why. Right. Very interesting. I think it might be a mind game thing. Like he might be playing mind games with Chris and like letting Chris expect. Oh, yeah. See, I think that's what he's doing here. He's letting Chris expect the tractor action, but then he's just not moving them, so which messes up your movements. If you try to compensate for if you try to compensate for the tractor barrel or boost. Yeah. Oof. Pretty hard and he's stressed.
It's not the worst.
And
I mean, he only has gun point
tractor.
at that time.
He has 2 guns. One is obstructed, no mods.
Yeah, it's
One with mods. It's not the worst. So it's
Not the
2
worst.
on 2 and 2 on 3. Vader has 2 force. So it's alright.
Do you want to call how much damage you expect Vader to take?
I
I'm
don't.
just-
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Ooh. Does he spend the focus? He spends the focus. Okay.
Still not a single damage on these gun runners. My God.
Oh man.
He's lost 2 shields on Han.
Yep, he's just lost 2 shields on hand from that homing missile shot.
I think I'll have a missile shot.
So this range 3 obstructor of 4 dice. 2 on 4 unmodded. 8% shot. Let's go. Okay.
Actually, should be lower than 8% because he doesn't have a mod this time.
That's fine. Okay. Vader's gonna get tracked out again next turn. Poor
It's
boy.
fun. I just want to say, like, I hate tugboats. Like,
Yeah.
I just want this on the record. I hate tugboats. If you put them on the table against me, right, they trigger me so hard. You can have beautiful. I can have beautiful shots lined up on other ships, but if I see a tractor boat there, I will ignore everything and just go for the
one
tugboat.
hit goes through. Wow.
Just
Okay.
when Chris's dice were leveling out,
Mm-hmm.
they reel them back in. Hmm. Okay, so fifth brother looks like he's not gonna be doing much next turn because he has to be avoiding stuff.
Just a quick question.
Yep.
Has Green dropped the net?
Nope.
Only 1 net has been dropped. Brown dropped it.
Brown dropped it, so Green could potentially drop 1 this turn.
Yeah, depending on where
Yes.
it goes.
Oh.
You see what I'm
Yes.
saying?
He could. And if fifth brother did a 1 heart. Okay. Yes, he could drop the net. I don't know if Mark sees that.
I regret declaring one of my weaknesses as tugboats. I hate them so much. And then TNT say, okay, he'll play 6 against them next time.
Yeah.
The good news is I won't have to decide about which tugboat to target. I just go for all of them. That's fine. It's when you just got one in a list. There's 2 ships that trigger me. I'm telling you now, and they're both scum. It is the tugboat and it is Seville. Captain Seville has done really mean things to me.
Yeah.
So you have either of those ships on the table. I openly declare that I'm going to go for that Seville. I'm going to kill it.
Yeah. So
if you
Mark,
believe me at all, up to you. Yeah, sorry. Continue. Shut down.
Mark played a variant of this list before against me, and after that, I just did not want to play with him. Like I told him, like, Mark, if you want me to play X-Wing with you, you have to play something different because I value our friendship. Like I will not play against this list.
We'll call this list the friendship breaker.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, I think someone just pulled up the dice stats and
yeah, but I'm pretty
Chris-
sure that's
Chris
Chris.
is at -10 right now total. It's not that Mark's dice have been particularly hot. His overall is at 0.5. Oh no, 4 actually.
Yeah, it's 4, positive 4 to
Minus
-10.
Yeah.
But mainly those green dice on Chris's end has just been downright disgusting. The fact that he lost basically a ship and a half in those opening engagements.
Yep.
Especially the fact that he took the 2 pot shots and like range 3 behind a gas cloud and still taking damage. Just rough, absolutely rough.
Oh, he tried going for the tractor with green, I guess. Too hard. He did not drop a corner net with green.
Yeah,
So,
I thought it would have been. I thought it would been a great spot.
mm.
But I'm bad at X-Wing, so I don't know.
Maybe because he thought that Fifth Brother wouldn't be doing the one hard, because it is possible that that lands him on the gas cloud.
The one hard would hit the gas cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. I agree. It's not really an ideal spot for him to be either. Okay, so he's sending out red to go after Fifth Brother.
Mhm.
Everyone's just waiting for yellow. We know it's yellow.
Yes, we know it's yellow. We know what's coming. Oh. I think he's just deciding what to do with his
But he has
action.
Strain. Oh wait, you can do actions with strain. Okay.
Interesting. He decided to barrel.
Probably didn't want to hit his own corner net.
I think he's giving he's giving himself options for next turn. Oh, there it is. There it is. The tractor, range 1.
Left, right. Where would you go?
Left to increase the odds of him either bumping into red or going over the asteroid.
Oh, so maybe that's the reason why
he might take strain. Oh no, he takes strain on top of his. I mean, he should clear both the strain and the stress.
If he does a blue, and
if he does a blue, yeah.
But do you rotate?
Basically, all his blues are blocked, all going over the asteroid. All his blues are blocked. So
He
it's
didn't-
like,
He didn't rotate as well.
yes, he did not rotate. He couldn't because he's stressed already.
Oh, so you need to be not stressed to be able to
I
rotate. Okay.
think so. Yes.
I think he can do it while stressed.
Oh, you can?
He's just basically
take
rotating to take a stress. Yes,
Right.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. So right.
Okay, so
He is strained. He's double strained. No, double stressed.
Man. And just note, if he had dropped the net there, he would be ionized. That fifth Fifth brother would now
that
be
is
ionized.
true. That is true.
solo. Ooh.
3 straight. Wow. Okay. So will he have a range 3 shot on Vader?
Probably he'll just wait
Vader
for Vader
did
to
1
come.
bank bumps. Okay, that's not where he wants to be. Not without any actions. Vader might not even have a shot on Brown.
And he'll be in position for a corner net.
Oh, I
next
think
turn.
he does have a shot on Brown. And yes, he will get corner netted next turn.
So if you get corner net before you activate, you forego your maneuver and just do a 1 forward?
No, the
No,
rules are
yeah.
you take the iron tokens, but because you already have a dial assigned, you still reveal like you would normally.
Mm-hmm.
However, you are now ionized, so Vader can only perform the focus action, and then next turn he does a 1 straight.
So 3 eyes
Three
for
eyes.
Vader.
Yep. Good result because
Lots of-
Han cannot Zuckus, or like if it's pointless if he Zuckus, because Vader can just spend force on another result. So he can't Zuckers for the reroll, and he can't use Forlorn because Vader is using force instead of focus.
So Vader into Han. If he gets lucky, he might do a crit to Han. But wait, I'm not gonna say anything. The dice speak for themselves.
Oh, okay, shooting range 1 into Brown. And that's 2. Okay. Oh, come on. Is he going to spend the focus now? Yeah, I think he.
Yes.
Come on, he's not even getting. Oh, this must be so frustrating for Chris.
Yeah,
He's spinning it. He's spinning it to seriously tilt Chris.
Yes, he just wants to tilt Chris. Wow.
There's no reason for you not to spend it. I mean, to not to keep it. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that a hit? One hit, two eyes.
One hit, 2 eyes. Yeah. So he's thinking about whether he should spend the force. No, he's just leaving it. He's just leaving it. And that's the evade. Okay.
Yeah.
So still no damage. Strain gets removed. Range 1 back into Fifth Brother. This is unlikely to do damage between the gas cloud and force. It's highly. Yep. No, nothing.
I'm not. I promise I won't say anything anymore because it might.
And of course, now Chris gets a good roll. When the tugboat did not do any damage.
That's why you should never roll when there's no hits.
Mm.
Although, what does it say in the official tournament rules?
I have
Should
no
you
idea
always-
actually. I don't know. Okay. He's gonna spend another force. So Vader is down to 2 force. I should
One.
keep track of that. Vader is down to 1 force. Yeah, sorry.
He should flip that other one. He spent one earlier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 1 hit. And gets the evade.
Finally, the paint have decided to show themselves.
Mm-hmm.
He should have 2 less because he
Vader should have only 2 force.
one earlier and then spent one on Han defense on now on second defense. 3 eyes with Han. Remember.
On that was gas cloud.
I've got a blank to glass. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. No, nothing.
Disgrace. Okay, I'm getting scolded by Chris right now.
Great. Oh man.
I don't blame him. I would be so tilted as well. I don't blame him at all.
So just for clarification, is Chris is calling you out on the three forces going, and that's also why someone in chat said, "Oh, Vader should only roll 2 greens." Green shot was obstructed, and he used the gas cloud to change.
Yep.
Yeah. All good. Just saying, he should be ashamed, but he's a good guy. He I don't think he'll be that tilted. He's still enjoying the game. Good to see.
I'm surprised because I would be straight up like completely tilted right now. He's definitely a better man.
Right.
Sorry?
Exactly is the score right now.
101.
101 to 0. Because the tugboats are all untouched.
That's the fact that the tugboats are all still untouched. Is probably the real, knife in the gut kind of thing against Vader, fifth brother, and the seventh sister.
Yeah.
To take out Han and how many tugboats to win? I mean, just for the sake of
Han and a tugboat and a half to win without losing any more points. Because Han and one tugboat is 98, so he's still 3 points shy. So he needs to kill Han, take out a tugboat and a half.
Okay, and so we have 12 minutes left. It's not impossible yet.
I mean,
So
when they're like 2, maybe 3 rounds, it's kind of hard.
Yes, very hard, but I'm trying to root for Chris here because I feel like I owe him for calling out on this bomber.
I mean, I even though Mark's my friend, like I was rooting for Chris, because of how disgusting Mark's list is. And then he decided to roll disgustingly as well on top of that. So now I do not want to publicly associate with him.
Oh no, we got. Oh no.
This is just rude.
Yeah,
right here.
This is just rude. This is just rude. He's gonna barrel roll him onto the corner net. Oh, man.
And one ion token.
Wow. I think it's 3 iron tokens. He takes 1 damage on
Alright.
fifth brother.
I think you actually take damage, right? Did you actually take damage? I thought you just take 3 iron tokens.
No, you take 1. You take 1 damage. Yeah.
Here's speaking of the iron bomb though. It's the one without any damage. Or does the iron bomb still do damage? The new one.
I think it's Iron Bomb. Yeah.
I think Iron Bomb. Yeah, Iron Bomb's one that just gives you range 1. Everyone takes an iron token. Yeah.
Oh, he did 1 heart instead of reversing. Interesting. Huh.
So he's taking a setup turn?
I guess I would have expected him to reverse, to be honest.
He's probably thinking he doesn't need to be aggressive. He's ahead and.
Wow.
So
Okay.
take a focus here. No, wait, sorry. Yes, 2 stress, so no focus there.
But he has the force, so not too bad.
So just update the other way. Fifth brother's taking that damage.
I'm doing that right now.
If he doesn't do damage to that red boat,
Veda is going to take 4 dice right now.
Would the barrel roll fit to the left and get you out of there?
To the left. I think he wants to barrel to. He wants to. Yeah, he needs to barrel roll left. I don't know whether it should still be okay. So if he barrels left, it should be unobstructed. Yes. Right. So you barrel, you burn a force for target lock, you burn another force for focus, and you just go into Han. The problem with that barrel is he does not have good options next turn.
Oh, the tugboats have a hard 1, right?
That too. That's also another problem.
Now, brown tugboat could just do a hard 1.
Yes.
But I think it's red, right? The hard one.
No. I don't. No, it's not. It's white.
Nope, it's white. That's why they're so disgusting.
Yeah. So brown's gonna hard 1 boost, tractor him, boost him forward. Oh man. So he avoided the 4 dice shot.
I need 2 copper tractor and possibly 2 rock damage.
Yes.
Next.
Uh,
And because of the dice has been rolling, you can guarantee it's going to be a hit and a crit.
oh, okay. So he needs to spend his remaining force, I guess. Yeah, he should spend his remaining force.
He has a focus.
Yep, but he has 1 force left, and he wants the focus for. He's still
He might
taking
get-
1 more shot, and he wants to shoot back.
Might get suckers.
Did he call for long suckers? I mean, like suckers is for the reroll. He can.
What's he doing? Sorry, I'm confused.
He can prevent focus from being spent too.
Right.
Focus for lock, yeah. He wanted to. He just rolled back. He basically wanted to take, I think, the iron. Yeah, there we go. He took 2 irons to prevent the focus. So he's re-rolling that just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2 evades, so that should be okay.
Yep, that's okay. Okay, sure. I think that worked out better for Chris. The choice to fall on. Oh, that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see.
I really feel for Chris's dice.
Yeah.
This game.
So he's going to spend the lock. I think that's his best shot. And that's not good. I
Spend
guess.
it.
Yeah.
You have to go all in now. I mean, you're losing already, so
Yeah.
might as well just do.
I
what
think
you
I
can.
would spend the force here rather than focus, but
Oh.
that's just 1 more shield.
I disagree with your force comment. The reason being, he probably knows he's going to be tracked on the rock next turn. He's going to need the force.
I
Maybe
see.
form
I
force.
see. Yep. You're right. That's Fifth Brother's shot. Interesting. Not spending the force.
Ooh, now spend that force.
You got damage on the track bar.
Yeah, he's done. No, because Fifth Brother has 1 life, one hull left.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's the first damage on the tugboat.
Yep. It's the first damage on tugboat. What is it going to be?
Ooh.
Disable power regulator. Wow. So both ships are going to be ionized next turn. Both Fifth Brother and the red tugboat are going to be ionized.
That's assuming that the Fifth Brother still lives.
Yes, assuming Fifth Brother still lives. You're right. Nobby, why are you saying such things when Chris already has had a bad time? It's terrible.
It's all right.
Oh man, range 1, no mods. Okay.
Yeah,
It's fine.
just-
It's fine.
right.
It's fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
I was just hypothesizing the way that the Chris has been rolling dice from the past game. That if Fifth Brother died, yeah, it'd be expected. Oh.
Okay. Come on, quickly roll. We all want to see Vader on a rock. Okay, hit crit. Okay. Oh, one more.
More. Just 3 minutes left. Last 2 rounds.
Another shield on Vader.
Yeah. So he's going to.
Definitely gonna go on a rock. So the question is if you're gonna rotate Vader to try and get after Han.
Oh, if the wait. Oh no, both those ships are going to be ionized, right?
Yep.
So they're going to bang each other.
Mm-hmm.
In the following turn, he can just drop the net. Oh no, Red's already Red's still got a current on net, so
Yes.
he can just overshot and take the 1 damage to kill Fifth Brother. Because the ships They're going to bump each other. So the following. Oh no, fifth brother can do a hard one. Yeah. Never mind.
yeah.
Shut up, guys. I know nothing. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Is there a chance that Brown will not have Vader in Arc if Brown does a one heart?
And
Unlikely,
chance
right?
to shoot a bit, I think.
But even if that's the case, like Green can still track down.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Actually, if
In fact, that might be the better option for
I'd
Brown.
rather,
Sorry,
Instead.
Raymond, what were you saying?
yeah, I was saying I agree with you. I'd rather position Green instead and have Brown prepared for next turn.
Mm. Oh man, you could half point Vader here. Oh, there's a good shot of half pointing Vader if you put him on the rock and he has to roll a rock check twice.
Can I call it? He's going to roll a hit and then a crit and take a direct hit and die from the rock.
Oh, that would be such a glorious way to end the match. Oh, he's dropping the corner net. Interesting.
I would have preferred to do it next turn after they bumped.
Yeah. But there isn't going to be a next turn.
Oh, okay, yeah, that 1 minute, yeah. Never mind.
So someone brought up the dice stats again, and it looks like this dice sort of came back a bit, but I guess not enough.
Mm.
Damage has been done already, so okay, so there we go. Green is doing the tractoring.
Gonna boost him forward onto the rock. Great. He's gonna roll. That nothing. Okay, safe. That's nice.
Do you rotate? No. Okay, so Vader not rotating.
Yeah.
Try this, and it's just and he joined in when he's like, Mark hasn't lost any points.
Okay.
Okay, so the timer went off, so it'll be the last round. I think we're just looking for a moral victory here.
Okay. Is Han gonna get a range 1 obstructed shot and roll 5 dice at Vader? Unlikely, I think. Vader is probably. Oh, okay. He still stays on the rock. Okay, that's good. That's good.
So much crit double direct hit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Han does not have a shot. Vader does not have a shot. Fifth brother does not have a shot. So it's just the tugboats. I think just 2 tugboats. Oh, 3 tugboats. Right. So one is range 2 obstructed. So it's 2 on 3 with Vader's force, 2 force.
Yep, 2 force.
2 on 3 with force. Okay, 1 ran out of the dice box. He's gonna reroll that. 2 hits. Okay. 1 ran out. Okay, doesn't matter. Nice, 3 hits. Okay. So 2 more shots coming in. Question is, will he manage to get half? Oh, range 1. Range 1 obstructed. So it's 3 on 3. 2 hits. Okay, not too bad. He's gonna spend the focus for 2. Yep, now he has to burn both force, I suppose. Yep. He's burning both force.
We go the last hit to
Yep.
get points on Vader.
Just needs 1, so it's 2 on 2. No, with a focus for. Okay, yep. It's likely he's gonna get half points on Vader now.
Oh.
Okay, but Vader survives. Let me out. Chris just says, "Let me out" of the chat.
Oh, pull him in. I'll pull him in. Hold on.
Let's pull them in. Yeah. Oh no, poor boy. Hello.
Hi,
I
Ruben.
know I had corner. What's his name there? Coordinate
Yep.
M.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark, you did really well to come back from being on the ropes. Good on you for staying positive in the face of some pretty terrible decisions you made, I have to say.
Yeah. I think
Right.
the mistake I made was prioritizing flying your ships over making friends.
And friendship is magic.
Exactly.
So, did anyone learn from my deliberate errors?
Yeah, just roll better.
Strong.
Tugboats are evil and roll better. They're the
Yeah.
2 things I think we highlighted this game.
That first volley where I think I took half points on Fifth Brother, half points on Fourth Sister or Seventh Sister,
Yeah.
and then wiped out the scimitar. That was just stupidly mean.
Yes.
Yeah, the dice were incredibly kind to me. So I think Chris was saying it was at one point +2 to -10.
No, the worst I got was +4 to -10.
Yes, you were
Stand
plus
corrected.
4. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
+4 to -10 at one point.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot to say. Okay, it was Raymond's fault. He jinxed you.
I made one actual significant error.
Mhm.
When Fifth Brother was over by the debris
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
I was expecting the Jakku gunner that was currently on where the Coronet is now to boost Fifth Brother onto the Coronet. So I did one bank and thought I could go here.
Yes.
In hindsight,
Everybody who was watching was thinking that as well.
the one hard was the sensible because I would have not got put on the debris in the first place, and if he had boosted me there, the one hard would have got me off anyway. So
Yep.
instead, I sent Fifth Brother through stress, obstacle, hell, and in the grand picture, wouldn't have made a difference really. But he might have then had some modded shots here and maybe got some points on the table. So that was my major error for that ship that I could see in terms of engagement. So my overall plan here was like, as soon as Seventh Sister was over here with 1 hit point, I went, okay, there's no way she can survive this here, because you may have noticed I wasn't spending tokens as much. It's because Zuckus over there would just go, I lock that token off.
Yep.
And I also couldn't boost focus with the Inquisitors because then they get stressed and then the Falcons are rolling an extra dice.
Exactly.
You might have noticed he was rolling 4 dice on occasionally, and I knew that if I allowed a stressed ship to exist, it was then going to be eating 5 dice to get a raise. So, I mean, I tried to be very cautious about my approach, but it just went really badly. I don't know what I could have done.
I mean, my take on it, having flown against a variant of this list, is just to be aggressive and just take the tractors. Like whatever, just try to catch Han, shoot Han, do damage on Han. I do think it's a matchup where you are not favored in having a lot of experience playing Imperial Aces or like Vader. Mark, do you want to say something?
No, just I think when you bring small ships against the gun runners, they really get a lot of value because you just have to get close enough range one, and then all of a sudden you're attracted. And I brought the big rocks for precisely that purpose. So I'll be putting you on rocks or denying your actions or doing all sorts of nonsense and just trying to really pump up Han.
Yeah.
So I think Ruben's point is also well made that I've only really got one gun in this list. And he only fires under very specific circumstances. So Chong in, try and whack Han as quickly as you can, get him off the table, and then I've really got no answer because everything else is there just to support him.
Yeah. So I think like turn 2, you were considering target locking Han, and you decided to take an evade instead. Because you were worried about, I assume you were worried about Han shooting you.
Yeah.
But Han's rolling 2 dice in that position, even if he got a shot off. Yeah. So like I would have just gone like all the way, 5 straight, let's go. Let's shoot Han. Because Han was off in one corner with the tugboats in the other. And he was waiting for you to come and cross the middle of the map so he could do his tractor shenanigans. But yeah, I would definitely commend you for not losing your shit. Like, I would just commend you for that.
Well, thank you.
Hey, just Chris, there's a button up the top there, right next to the menu. You have my permission to smack it. Okay?
But then I'd move all my preciously painted models down here.
You can spawn them in later.
That's true.
I just want to just something I want to comment on. You say that Han's the only gunner. I just want to point out that when the ship is tracted, though, those 2 dice guns really do start to do damage.
Yeah. They do if they have the mods as well. So it's nice when there's still a lot of them, but when they start to thin out a bit, and you force me to choose, do I want to do damage or tractor you?
Yeah.
Then it is much harder.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I
guess
think
we
we'll wind
can-
things up. I'll just wait for Chris to flip the table. Definitely deserve this game.
Very well. Panic stations. Feels good.
Yeah, that was well deserved.
Very well deserved.
Yeah.
And thanks, guys, for being on. Chris, I do appreciate you taking the beating on stream. That was really it was brutal. Mark, I'm going to have a talk to Shane about whether we're going to keep you on the commentary team after that play of. We do try to keep a friendly stream going here, but Marcus may have us revisit our rules for that. To be fair, it was for the Singapore League, so anything does go.
My play group have refused to play against me as long as I'm playing this list. So
yeah, I wonder why. And Ruben and Raymond, thanks for joining us. Thanks for commentating the game.
Yep, it was fun.
It was, I should never call out dice again.
It was you.
You do jinx them. And just quickly hit up, we do have the Singapore is doing Shane, the great man behind all of this, who does a lot of the organisation, is organising a attack run event on the 13th of December. Guys, do sign up if you can. It's going to be exciting. I will be doing the stream. I've got someone I think lined up to commentary with me for the game. I won't be playing, but I do ask anyone to join up. If you want to sign up, the link is in the chat. Click on that, sign up. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys are going to be going into it?
Yep.
I think
it's on Sunday, I think, the 13th.
I think probably my family are visiting from South Australia because they're allowed to come to New South Wales. That's the only place they can go. So I think I'll be out for that one, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's getting close to Christmas, so it is going to be a little bit hard. TNT, I already know you signed up. Excellent. I'm hoping Mark will be on and the Raymond and Ruben, because they are local players.
I think I'm commentating one of the rounds, so I won't be flying, but I can't spend a whole day, but I will be around.